What's up, bro? Based on the question you asked me about using delay, reverb, and auto tune. So because of that question, I have decided to make a tutorial on them. So I'm going to start off with the auto tune. So let me just play these dry vocals that I've recorded.
Love is the reason I need you. Is the reason the sky is blue. Love is the reason I came true. See me love you very long time. Love you very long time. 1, 2, 3, I'm a love it.
So I always advise before you start adding any effects, you have to listen to the audio and make sure that you're looking for errors. Like listen to the audio and while listening, be checking for errors. Don't just listen for listening sake. Okay, this is a completely dry vocal. So you are talking about the auto tune now. So I'm going to be adding the auto tune and I'm going to be showing you how to use your auto tune to make your vocal sound professional. So if you're recording on FL Studio, you should make sure that your pitch is correct. And to do that on FL Studio, what you got to do is click on this icon here, then come to pick pitch correct sample. So I've made a video on using Newton before, but maybe you didn't say it. So you have to make sure that the pitches are correct. None of them is going off.
Love is the reason I need you. Is the reason the sky is blue. Love is the reason I came true.
So the first thing you're going to do is to make sure these pitches are corrected. So if you don't, if you've not seen the tutorial made about pitch correction on FL Studio, I'm going to send you that. But I'm not going to go into details. But the first thing you're going to do is to correct your pitch before you then add your autotune, because if you don't correct the pitch before adding the autotune is going to ruin the way the vocal sound. So let me add the autotune. So I think she's the girl singing here. I think she's in the key of C because I checked it. So what you got to do is, I noticed that bass instruments works better than the rest of them, but you can try using anyone you like. You can use soprano, you can use bass instrument. So what you're going to do is you're going to select major, then you're going to drag this return speed to the end. Then on this vibrato part, create vibrato, you're going to turn all this off, turn all of them off. Then this humanize, some people will say you take it up to 100, then you play the vocal and see how it sounds.
Love is the reason I need you. Is the reason the sky is blue. Love is the reason I came true.
So you gotta walk backward. And again, why your autotune, you might not be noticing the autotune in your vocal, is depending on the way your artist have recorded his vocal. So maybe the way, if the artist is shouting, the autotune is not gonna pick. But if the artist is cool on the mic, it's gonna work.
Love is the reason I need you. Is the reason the sky is blue. Love is the reason I came true. See me love you very long time. Love you very long time. 1, 2, 3, I'm it.
So for me, about 14% is okay. But if you want to go further, you can go as 9 or you go 5, but don't go below 5 because it's going to ruin some parts of the vocal. So I'm going to leave it at 9.
Love is the reason I need you. Is the reason the sky is blue. Love is the reason I came true.
So talking about your reverb now on your vocals, you don't just add your reverb to the vocal directly. What you're going to do is to create a new channel, and that's where you're going to add your reverb and your delay. So I'm going to create a new one. I'll call this reverb, and I also call on that one delay. I love using Valhalla reverb because it sounds nice the way I want. Sometimes I use waves, reverb from waves. So let me just use the Valhalla reverb, or maybe you might want to know which reverb I use when I use waves. So let me just show you the one I use on waves. If you have waves installed, so you're just gonna use um, this one here. So you won't start hearing the reverb, but how I send my vocal to reverb is that I normally load a send, fruity send here. Fruity send. Okay, here it is. So I load up fruity send here. I load it twice. One for the reverb and one for the delay. You understand? Then what I do is that I sidechain my vocal to the reverb. So how I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna click on the track where the vocal is located, then I'm gonna come down on this arrow here, and I'll right click on it and say sidechain to this track. And I also do that for the delay, sidechain to this track also. Then I'm gonna come over to the first reverb, the first fruity send, and if you right click on this, you're gonna see your reverb and your delay. So I'm gonna click on the reverb first. Then when I play this now, you're gonna hear the reverb.
Love is the reason I need you. Is the reason the sky is blue. Love is the reason.
So you see, so if I should solo just the reverb now, so this is what my reverb sounds like. And the best way to treat your reverb is by EQing it. So I'm going to add an EQ under here, because I'm not just adding an EQ because I can actually listen and hear. If you listen properly, you know that the reverb has a lot of low ends. So I'm going to play it again, let you notice from the EQ. So as you can see, there are some informations here which I don't want, so I'm going to take that out. So you see, so let me just play the main vocal.
Love is the reason I need you. Is the reason the sky is blue. Love is the reason I came true.
So if you think that the reverb you're applying is too much, you can control the amount from here, from this knob here. For you not to make mistake, confuse yourself which one is reverb, which one is delay, just middle click the scroll button, just click the scroll button on your mouse, then you can rename this to the reverb, then you rename this to your delay. So this is where you control the amount
Love
you're sending.
Is the reason I need you. Is the reason the sky.
So you see, like this now, it's dry.
Love is the reason I need you. Is the reason the sky is blue. Love is the reason I came true.
So that is that for the reverb. Then for the delay, what I use for my delay most of the times, I use the inbuilt delay from FL Studio, delay 3. Or if I don't use this, I use PSP delay. You might not have it. This is what I use for my delay. So one thing about delay is that delay works with the tempo of the song. So always make sure your tempo is correct, because delay works with the tempo. So for example, now if I choose a preset, let's say 1/4.
Love is the reason I need you. Is the reason the sky is blue. Love is the reason I came true.
Okay, let me just use the inbuilt um the default delay for that came with FL Studio, because okay, let me just play the vocal and experiment.
Love is the reason I need you. Is the reason the sky.
Okay, so on your delay, this is the time. So for example, if this tempo should be 155,
Love is the reason I need you. Is the reason.
so this level now, it's like the feedback. How long will it take for the feedback to disappear or fade away? So what I normally do for my delay is I take this level backward and I take the wet backward. Then I set the time to about 4 o'clock. This 4 o'clock means 1/4.
Love is the reason I need you. Is the reason the sky is blue. Love is the reason I came true. See me love you very long time. Love you very long time.
Okay, just experiment which one that will work with your song.
Love is the reason I need you. Is the reason the sky is blue. Love is the reason I came true. Love is the reason I need you. Is the reason the sky is blue. Love is the reason I came true. See me love you very long time. Love you very long time. 1, 2, 3, I'm mythical. Love is the reason I need you. Is the reason the sky is blue. Love is the reason I came true.
So to make your vocal sound professional, what you're gonna do is to send your delay to your reverb. So how you gonna do that? You're gonna load a fruity send, but before you do a send, you're gonna sidechain to this track. So you add a fruity send. Then reduce the amount.
Love is the reason I need you. Is the reason the sky is blue. Love is the reason I came true.
If you think you're sending too much amount,
See
you
me
can
love you
reduce
very long time. Love you very long time. 1, 2, 3, I'm mythical. Love is the reason I need you. Is the reason the sky is blue. Love.
So you see, it's not really difficult. You just have to experiment and get things done correctly. So I hope this answered your question, but if you still need further explanation, you can let me know and I'll do that.